Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Sagittarius, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they speak to you. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share. And if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Devil card, right? So Sagittarius, are you getting into your workaholic tendencies? Are you overdoing it? Are you wanting to push? The Devil card, remember, very often this shows us what we're addicted to, what our habits and our patterns amalgamate to. And sometimes when the Devil card shows up, it suggests that you are overdoing something or you are allowing it to run away with itself. This is how addiction forms. I often say to people as well, when you're thinking about things like addiction, the original choice to pick that thing up was a choice. You've trained your body to want or need something if it's a substance. Now you can untrain it, right? Now you can train it not to want that. Just like if you're getting into, and it feels like a lot of you are, like this week, you're going to be in that, no, work hard, have to do more. And it kind of suggests that the Devil card is kind of saying, actually, no, you don't. Maybe what you need to do is take a bit of a break. Your foundation card is the Knight of Wands, right? So this is actually a card that for me speaks to Sagittarian energy. So this is about delving into who you are, what you're truly known for, what you want to be known for. But more importantly, because it's coupled with the Devil card, this basically says that doing more isn't necessarily going to get you ahead. In fact, it's kind of like that thing where, you know, like they say, if you're an athlete, you can overtrain. Sometimes that rest and recuperation just as important as you getting ahead than anything else. So for your actions and options this week, you've got the Two of Wands. Nice. So a few things here. It does look like you are and I'm going to call you out on this one. You know, I love Saggies, you guys know this, but this week it looks like you're being a little bit elitist. Like, and you know, not everybody's as well traveled as you are. Not everybody's as knowledgeable, and not everybody is as deep or as spiritual. It appears this week that you might be tempted to kind of be a bit of a gatekeeper, and I don't want you to do that unless it's for something, you know, something serious. Then yes, absolutely. But this week I challenge you to challenge yourself to show, like, where is it that you're maybe getting in a little bit of your own way, or where it is that maybe you are expecting others to perform at the same level as you. It's not always possible, right? It really isn't. And so this week I invite you to look at that. Now, that being said, more action doesn't always necessarily mean getting ahead, you know, further ahead. Sometimes it's actually hurting your progress, as I said earlier. But what this does talk about here, on maybe a more beneficial level, this week you are very focused on money, finances and resources, and maybe connecting with people that have the ability to help you get ahead on the material plane, whatever that looks like for you. For your communications and conversations, you got the Ten of Cups. That's gorgeous, right? So you're having all the right conversations this week. It does look like some of you might be welcoming someone to the home. I have to say as well, if you are inviting someone over, it looks like this person is, I wouldn't go as far as to say a bad influence, but I would say that they are maybe, you know, we've all got those lovable rogues in our lives, those lovable rogues, those tumbleweed friends, you know, they come in, they fuck shit up, and then they kind of roll out of your life again, never to be seen for another 6 to 18 months, and you're like, after they've left. You might find this week that you're interacting with somebody like that when it comes to the work, the profession, and the professional sphere. It looks like, I mean, you're working really well. I just have you working really hard here as well, and I kind of feel like it's almost like it's counterproductive. Like at the moment you think like, no, this is great, you know, I'm ahead of myself, and but what that's setting you up for is somewhere that energy is going to come back, and so you're going to have to slow it down now so that you don't end up crashing. But all in all, Ten of Cups is great for your communications. Now, for those of you that work for somebody else, this could be you figuring out how you can extend this work from home thing, which is beautiful. You know, and you might actually get some good results with that if it's something that you're wanting to do. For those of you that work for yourselves, business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, this is again phenomenal energy because it's material resources. Now, money looks good all in all, I have to say, just from these two cards. But remember, it's not the only thing that there is, right? There's peace, there's love, there's connection, there's harmony, there's rest, there's relaxation. Sorry, I have really bad wrist at the moment. It's so painful. And, you know, that's just something that I want you to consider. And then finally, when it comes to those of you that are retired or no longer working for any reason, one of the things that I will say to you with this card is this is that sort of nesting energy. But it could be that you're enjoying this so much that you're kind of becoming a little bit reclusive maybe. So just something to think about. You know, we can overindulge on anything, like literally anything and everything. It's possible. Why? Because we're human. For your money and materials, you've got the King of Cups. This is opulence. And I mean, look at him, right? He's surrounded by all the good stuff. So this week, money, finances, resources look great. And it's true. Sometimes in life you got to hustle, right? Sometimes you got to hustle. Mama got to hustle to make that money, honey. Right? Which is totally true. But I kind of feel like you're reaching a point now where you can take your foot off the gas. It doesn't have to be so, you know, gotta get this done. This week I invite you to take more rest, to get more recuperation, to take it easy and just to enjoy it. It looks like there are some really great financial opportunities on the table, or advancements that you've already made, which I love. So, you know, if you can factor in some time off, some rest and recuperation, or some downtime in with this as well, I think you'll be in a really good space. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the King of Cups is basically saying to you, have more of a physical or sensual experience than you are. So rather than scarfing your dinner down so that you can get back to the computer or whatever else it is that needs to be done at the moment, take time to actually sit and enjoy the meal that you're having with the people that you're eating with, if there are other people, etc. Be in your life this week, be in your body this week, be present in yourself so that you can really get, you know, acquainted with that, like having the experience of everything. But also, if people take you away from, you know, the work for a while, or away from whatever it is that you've been focusing really hard on, that's not time that's been lost. It's time that's been well spent with people that you care for. Try to reframe it this week. And then when it comes to your home and environment, this could literally just be you making it lush, making it enjoyable, and it's like, actually, yeah, I remember how much I miss this. Right, which is a good thing. For your love and relations, you've got the High Priestess. So there's a lot of water here. You've got the Ten of Cups, the King of Cups, and now the High Priestess, who is Cancerian energy. There's no air here, right? So it's all instinct this week. It's all instinct and, you know, what's the word? Instinct, drive, and power, which is not necessarily a bad thing. The fact that you've got the High Priestess in your love and relations. For those of you that are single, this could be a secret crush, secret love that is revealed to you. But it could just as easily be that somebody who wants to date you wants to do so when you're getting back to basics, when things are a lot simpler around you. It's kind of like you've got this very one-track focus at the moment, and they're like, okay, maybe they don't really have time for this. So, you know, they could be sitting there waiting, like any minute now they're going to have a break, and then maybe I can talk to them. For those of you that are partnered or married or in relationships, this is really nice. It does suggest to me that you're Relationship as well, like again, this whole thing about getting back to basics, stripping it back to its core components might be really, really important for you this week. And maybe that's what a partner needs from you. It's not going to be more stuff, it's not going to be more money, it's not going to be anything like that. It's you, your time, your effort, your presence as well, right? So that's one thing this week that you could I suppose put more of into your time or your relationship in some regard. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. It looks like you will have a great week. I just want you to actually enjoy the great week, you know, rather than just like, yeah, this is great, everything's smooth, onward. You know, I want you to actually take time to be in it so that you can really enjoy it. With that said, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.